So I got educated that way too. The second day was really almost free form, like almost looting mentality of this stuff's for free. This stuff's for free. Hey, this stuff's for free.
Looting mentality.
You know, because people just were just giving stuff away, and you literally just had to walk up to the table, nod your head to them, pick something up, and walk away. And that I was honestly that was my first time experiencing that. And I'll say with this, now I know, get to those tables quick and early because they run out of stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Oh wow, that multi-tool thing
Oh
from
my goodness.
SourceForge.
Oh, yeah, the SourceForge, that multi-tool. Yeah, that was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
not
really
as many
cool.
T-shirts as normally. Normally, places and conventions and geek events, there's more T-shirts. There wasn't as many this year.
That's where you get all
had
the...
an awesome one from Slack from Suse.
Who did? Ellis did?
Annoyance.
Oh,
one of the
Annoyance?
guys there.
Noise.
Damn.
He's in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a Seuss, but I did buy the Software Freedom one and the two, the free NAS and the free BSD. I bought those to help support them.
I didn't even see them for sale. Dang.
No,
But yeah, like the SourceForge thing, it was almost like I don't want to say fist size, definitely smaller than that, clip on your belt. And what happens is you like popped one end of it open, and there was all kinds of tips and like tools in there you could use to do quick and dirty kind of work. That to me was just shocking and gold. The other thing really was a lot of was stickers and disc.
HostGator, nice flashlight.
Flashlight, eh?
Flashlight. Dang.
Very nice flashlight.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, you had to
The
ask,
president
yeah, you had to ask him for the
CEO
flashlight.
of HostGator was there too.
Yeah. That was one thing that blew me away. The CE freaking O himself showed up to OLF to basically talk to people and the most honest way I can put it, proposition people to come out
Yep.
to Texas.
Interview.
Yeah, and I'll say, I love the fact he came up to me in Ellis, and I'm like, dude, I'm fat, and all my family's in Maryland, kind of thing. But Tracy, I love the fact he pointed out to the guy, you're missing out on the biggest #1 feature you need to tell people about. Isn't that right, Tracy?
Yes, that's, yeah. It's Texas has no state income tax, and I didn't hear him tell that to anybody.
Yeah, and that's like, that would be for me about an 8% pay increase. That would come out to an 8% pay increase. Man. So I'll just say, and from what I was hearing, they don't really, if you don't have certs and you don't have this paper documentation saying what you're good at kind of thing, it's almost a non-factor. What I got from him was he wants people that are passionate about learning and having fun with Linux and, you know, that kind of thing. And it's like, you know, if you know Linux to any degree and you are tired of working with Windows, this sounds to me like the perfect opportunity.
Wow. Did they have like
now
a
his
big...
interview wasn't like basic. He will ask you a couple server type questions when he asks you, but those aren't too bad, really.
Did they have like a big now hiring booth or something like that out there?
Yes, they actually had. There's smaller tables around the outside, then there was bigger booths in the middle. They had actually a big booth, and then they had They had some couple girls walking around, flyers, getting people over to the booth for interviews and handing out saying, "Go interview over there. Go interview over there." So
very cool.
Yeah,
good for them.
Yeah, and there was, I mean, other true companies there. It wasn't like that was the only company. You had Cloud Stack, which I'll say is an interesting company, but they had No Machine was one of the companies out there that I was really happy to see out there.
Yes.
Russ has used this product before, right?
Yes. No Machine. I use it
pretty much the same way you would use VNC. I got frustrated with the various VNC products out there that, unless I'm doing something wrong, seems like I always have to muck with the video settings to get anything, it's just a mess. But with No Machine, the video comes over from the host perfect to the client. I've never once had a mess with it. So you can get free clients for every operating system, and the host is free for like Linux BSD. But I think for Windows, for sure, I believe the host is a pay-for product. So I use it to remote control Linux machines from Windows at work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I'll say,
Dor, did you tell him one of the funniest things there? One of the funniest things I heard was actually Dor about the pogo.
No, you didn't tell me this. I didn't hear this. What happened?
No, that is funny.
Thanks, Tracy.
Tell us, Tracy.
I'll let Dor. Dor can say it is funny.
I was walking around and I saw Pogo and I just said, "Hey guys, I really like my Pogo plug. It works great." The guy just, stone faced me and just sat there for a second. And I looked and I said, "Oh, you're not Pogo plug, you're Pogo." And the guy was like, "Yeah, we're not." Oh. So then I tried to be nice. I said, "Well, what does your stuff do?" He said, "Stuff."
Oh, man.
And then I said, "Oh, can I have a shirt?"
I didn't know that.
Russ came up Dor came up to me right after that and was like, "Guess what I just did?"
Yeah.
And then the guy almost sarcastically threw it at me like, "Please get away now. Please."
So he did give you a shirt.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shame on them. Like, how could you know? There's no reason he should have got upset and just said stuff. You're Dor. If he had something interesting to say, you would talk about it on the show. So,
well, he doesn't know any Philippines,
Well, now he does. Bad Pogo. We will not talk about you.
Well, and I'll say, when he said stuff, he pointed down on the table and there was like a half-size sheet of paper, glossy thing saying what it was. He said stuff and just pointed to it. I said, "Oh, well, cool. Huh."
To him, it was probably a beating, though. He probably gets that 400 times at conventions.
Right, probably. Yeah. It's his own fault.
Absolutely.
At least he didn't call himself Quickster.
Yeah. And I'll say I had, there was also local community groups there too. Wasn't there a museum table set up, guys?
Yeah.
No, I think that was Free Geek.
Yes.
That you're speaking of. That Free Geek Columbus, where they give away basically recycling hardware and giving it to people who need it. They were kind of next, just up from Dual Core's table.
Yeah, they had was that a Apple Macintosh original one they had there?
Yeah, that was
the Apple II.
I thought that was Free Geek. Now you've got me wondering.
What did Dual Core do? Just sell CDs at his table or something?
And T-shirts.
Gotcha.
And T-shirt.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'll say it was very obvious. Form, function, and design and usability was not key on the Mac thing, because that mouse looked like it would give you such cramps after 10 minutes of using. Didn't look cool. One of the other booths, to be honest, I was really happy to see there was EFF. If you guys don't know what EFF does, I'll just say you don't have to, but they're like the silent people that are constantly looking out for you. Now, and if you do know them, that you might not agree with everything they do, but you have to agree with, at least in my eyes, a good heavy percentage of what they do. They're the people who are sticking up for individuals' privacy and personal rights on the internet. So I was really happy to see those guys.
That's great. Did you get a T-shirt?
Didn't know they had T-shirts for sale. Thanks, Steve. Rub in.
Could I ask some questions? I'm curious, just from all you guys. We'll start with. I guess we'll start with Ellis. Like, I would like to know what your favorite part of going to OLF was. Like, what's the thing that stood out the most and that you enjoyed the most?
I'd have to say that my favorite part would be the interaction with the different people. It's not so much really the talks. The talks are actually really good, but since I've already went to the Indiana Linux Fest, I kind of knew what to expect, and it's a smaller version of this one. The one nice thing is that that they do record the supposed to all the talks here, so that is kind of nice. But interacting with everyone was really good. I'm kind of a newer Linux user. I never used Linux until I started listening to Linux for the rest of us. And then in June, I took the plunge. That's full door.
What are you running?
So, Mint, because I'm a noob.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I don't know a lot.
Right.
And I was like you when the show started out. I don't know anything, and I was learning a lot, talking with the different guys, and I have different issues, and I said, hey, how do you fix this? How do you fix that? And I think Jonathan's got me convinced to go to Slackware because since I do some ROM developing on the side and stuff, and you guys still there?
Yeah, we lost Door for a sec.
I heard someone leaving. I thought I lost you.
No,
Steve.
we're still here, thank God.
I was like, great. I was like, we lost Steve again.
No, the storm is gone. And so is Door.
I was like, man, it's a great night. So, it's okay if we lose Door. And so, I think that's the key thing. And I talked about Door about this. There's so many tracks there. It's crazy. There's one Saturday kicks off. There's 5 tracks going every hour, and it's hard. I mean, for a while, I was in a track with Kevin and Red Dwarf, and we were watching 3D printing, and I think there's a couple other guys in there, and it's like, you want to see this one, and you want to go to maybe a different track, and it's like, how do you get to all the tracks and still interact with all the people out there? Because there's a lot of great people. John Mad Dog was there. I got to talk to Jonathan Nadeau. There's vendors there on Saturday. I mean, there's so many vendors. You could spend your whole day just going making rounds with the vendors.
Really?
But yes. And I was looking for the Podnutz vendors selling the Podnutz videos, but well, there was Steve Cherubino lookalike.
I heard about it.
I guess I'm your son, unofficial.
That's awesome. I did hear about that. Next time that happens, Jeff, just say yes and just represent me well.
I did to the girls from HostGator. That was fun.
Oh, man.
I'll talk about that one.
Should have been there.
Yeah.
Damn. Door, you didn't tell me girls from HostGator were going to this thing.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
We didn't mention
This was
booth
the
babes.
after party.
Did not mention that. It was not
Oh,
promoted.
man.
Not promoted.
The HostGator thinks Steve C's a dirty old man now.
I'll wait for Jeff's turn. I got to hear about this. Is there anything else you wanted to say, Ellis? Because it sounds really cool. What you did, what you liked.
I mean, that's really about it. I mean, it's a lot with the interaction with the people. I mean, there's a lot of good tracks there, but I try to go to a couple of them, but it is like Door says about the people.
Yeah.
And if you're a newer Linux user like me, go, because I learned a lot, and I was able to find maybe a Linux distro that now I think will better suit me, especially if you're an Android user like I am. And so, but yeah, I mean, it's really great. I mean, I'm here to see what some of the, like, Russ's opinion on this, since he's been to like 5 years in a row, and I've been only 2 this year. So, and you definitely got to come next year, Steve. We definitely need a booth here.
All right.
I mean,
okay.
It's Geek Central. It is Geek Central.
All right.
We got to fly you here. We got to make a pool and get you up here and fly you. Get the videos, get the sign set up. I mean, if something. So.
All right. We got a whole year, so There's a lot of convincing. I don't think there's much convincing that would need to be done for me. Well, you just told